I'd like to start this video off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Should you choose to invest in Bitcoin or any other asset, do your own research or seek the advice of an actual financial advisor, preferably one that knows a thing or two about crypto. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware of, we've been dropping. We've been dropping. And we're going to look at the RSI here since we've dropped. And as you can see, I think in the last video I pointed out that we have in fact broken the uptrend that we've been putting in, and so the RSI has seemed to have gotten a bit of a reset, and we're just about down to 50 on the RSI. So that's good. We can bounce from here and be fine. Now we're going to go back over to the price here. And actually, let's zoom in on, well, first off, as far as how far I expect us to go, I expect us to probably get a bounce off of the 9.4K area. And my argument as to why is a couple of things. First, we have the golden cross, which is literally happening right now. Hold on. We're going to... we still have a little bit of room before that cross actually takes place, so we may need another day or two before it actually happens, but it's right on the horizon. It's about to happen. Anyways, we're gonna zoom into the 4 hour to show. I'm gonna show you guys something else, and this is my next thing as to why I believe we're gonna bounce at 9.4K here, and that is because we are currently forming what looks to be a falling wedge. And as you all know, falling wedges are typically bullish patterns, and they break in the upwards direction. I think it's like 68% of the time. So if this can surely continue down a little bit further, but my guess is either, well, a couple scenarios could happen here. First off, falling wedges can have fake outs towards bottom, and then you have it break back up in and then have a breakout afterwards, or it could end up breaking straight out as soon as it gets close to the apex there, or worst case scenario, it breaks downward, and then we end up going to the 200 daily moving average. That would be the 200 daily moving average is the last place that I don't see the price going anywhere below the 200 daily moving average. If it goes down to the 200 daily moving average, I am highly confident that it will bounce at the 200 daily moving average, but I don't think we're going that far down. I think we're going to hit this 9.4K area, and then that's where we're going to get our bounce. And of course, we do have a futures gap that is above us, so do keep that in mind. I don't see us going... I believe we're going to bounce at the 9.4K area, and that kind of lines up with this falling wedge. But like I said, if we break below it, I don't see us going below the 200 daily moving average, and I'm going to go back to the daily just to see where it's at real quick. The 200 daily moving average it's just above 8,800, so 8,900 roughly. That could be the lowest price that I see Bitcoin going, but I don't think it's going to break the 9.4K area. Ethereum is also in the process of going through a bit of a correction, and I went through this chart real quick, and I checked to see where the closest support areas of support would be, and we actually just bounced off the we actually just bounced off a layer of support. If we do break down further than the current support that we just bounced off of, I see us possibly going to either the 20-day EMA or the $225 area. And these lines, there's volume traded between these lines, but the one that we just bounced off of, you can see this peak here, we got support like right here. The bottom line, we got support here, then there was a bit of a support there, and we move forward. That was also the resistance here. There's a bit of volume traded in between this area, so I see this could be enough of a support to hold us up. I don't really see us going below 225. I mean, it's possible that we could go below that, but let's look at the RSI real quick. The RSI has in fact broken the uptrend that Ethereum was on, and it is currently in around 63 roughly. If it goes down to 225, it'll probably bring it down below 60, and that would be a good enough reset for me. I'm sure that would be good enough for anyone, and that would give Ethereum some room to run on this RSI. Now we're gonna zoom in here. We're gonna go to the 4-hour. I don't really have anything on this chart, but I'm kind of just going with what I see here, so I'm gonna have to just build this up as I go. Okay, let's see. Let's put the trend line up here. This may take some time because I am screwing around with TradingView Mobile here, and sometimes it just does not want to cooperate. Yeah, I should have did this off screen. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back now. As you can see, Ethereum is also forming a bullish pattern, which is a descending broadening wedge, and these typically break upwards. Now, this is, as you can see here, we haven't taken a dip below this line. Actually, we haven't taken a dip below the 50 moving average on a 4-hour, which would actually be the 200-hour moving average. And how I found that was I took the 50 moving average and I multiplied it by 4 because it's 4 hours, and that gives you a 200-hour moving average. But it seems to be staying above this current support so far, and it is actually hitting the resistance of this descending broadening wedge right now. So we could potentially break out within the next hour or two, a couple of hours, not hour or two, but or it could end up getting rejected and we can come down to the support and then end up breaking up, or we can end up breaking down through that and come all the way down to the bottom and then breaking up. It just depends, but these typically break in the upwards direction. And seeing as Bitcoin and Ethereum's price and a lot of the other altcoins travel together, seeing them both have bullish patterns during a correction is really nothing new. This has happened many times before, so yeah. So I would be expecting a bullish breakout, which also means the bullish trend is definitely still in play. So don't worry about this going down. If this could be anything, consider it a dip buying opportunity. Just keep an eye on the price and just watch. If you find yourself just wait for a good time to buy in and just buy in. If you're dollar cost averaging, if you're trading this, well, you should have either been shorting already, or I don't know what kind of trades you're all setting up over this. I didn't really have a chance to look at Ethereum's chart too much because I've been working. Anyways, as you could tell, I drew this descending broadening wedge at last minute now. But yeah, do expect a bullish breakout of this descending broadening wedge. Yes, they can break bearish sometimes, but they typically break out bullish. Just like just like on Bitcoin's chart, the falling wedge, those typically break bullish. Those sometimes can break bearish, but they typically break bullish. So expect a bullish breakout sometime soon, within maybe the next day or two, my guess would be. And I mean, both of these assets are near near decent support areas. So yeah, okay. Since I'm on the Ethereum chart, there's one more thing I got to point out about it. I mentioned in another video that the altcoin market cap, it's put in a W formation, a double bottom formation, and that is a bullish reversal pattern. I mean, I'm not the first one to bring that up on YouTube. I think it was DaVinci J15 that was the first one to bring it up on YouTube. So anyways, Ethereum being one of the larger cap altcoins, probably the largest cap altcoin, I think it is. Anyways, Ethereum itself is putting in this W formation, double bottom formation, and of course that is a bullish reversal pattern. We could be, and once we cross, I'm gonna have to say, hold on, let me put in another trend line here, just to give us an idea of where we need to get above before this to actually, we would need to get above $368 for this W formation to play out. Once we break above $368 there, it's going to get good. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you are not in the cryptocurrency market, you really need to start thinking about buying some positions in the cryptocurrency market. You need to start thinking about getting into Bitcoin. You need to start thinking about getting into Ethereum. You need to start thinking about getting into the other altcoins. You need to start doing, well, first you need to do your research on anything before you invest in it. And another thing, you can't really take my advice solely. I keep saying this, but I have to say it. Any any other YouTuber that you come across, they would encourage you to do your own research, because it's your money. You need to know what you're buying. Now, this entire market is on the verge of a major uptrend. You do not want to miss out on this. I mean, it kind of goes with, it's like fear of missing out, but if you buy in and you have a strategy, it's not really FOMO you're going with there. But I'm having a terrible time explaining this. Get into crypto as soon as you possibly can. Well, with that, quick recap of this video. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum are in bullish continuation patterns, and they are on the verge of breaking out, probably upwards, most likely upwards. So be prepared for that. And so there's a good chance there's a lot of other altcoins that are preparing for an upside breakout too. So be prepared for that. Just whatever altcoins you're invested in, check your charts, check everything, and just be ready. With that, that is all I have for you guys today. I will see you all next time.